Please click the menu button at the top right corner to configure the preference setting. There are 6 tabs in the preference setting. General tab. You can enable the Quick Software Tour. To see brief descriptions of toolbar and the feature set. You can enable the tips. To check out some tips on how to use each tool and feature set. Once you get used to use the tools, you can disable the tips. You can select the language to be displayed in the software. You can select the preferred tooth numbering system. You can choose the theme of your preference. Light. Dark. Follow system. You can choose the background color of your preference. Please note that some of the color combination may not be optimal for reading. You can choose to use gradient background. Device tab. Scanning sound. You can select the type of the sound to be played during the scan. No sound. No sound is played during the scan. Scanner sound. The scanner handpiece plays beep sound every time you start or stop scanning. PC sound. Music that you selected is played during the scanning. Once the scanning is interrupted or stopped by you, the music play also stops. If the music stopped, check the PC screen and continue scanning from the area it stopped. Users who find it difficult to view the oral cavity and the PC screen at the same time can use PC sound to focus more on the oral cavity. You can select the music of your preference in the list. If there isn't a music that you like to use, you can also add the new music in WAV format. You can adjust the sound volume. You can select and pin the arch you want to start the scan first. You can enable manual byte capture to start and stop the buccal byte registration scan at any desired point by pressing the power button, allowing you to scan the patient's occlusion more accurately. If you disable this function, scanning may start even when the occlusion is not positioned correctly. Thus, it's strongly recommended to enable manual byte capture. Save tab. If you disable Auto Save Raw Data, you will need to select whether or not to save raw data each time you exit or end scanning. Please note that the .cscx file will not be saved if you haven't checked the box Save Raw Data. If your system meets the recommended PC requirement, it's recommended enabling Auto Save Raw Data. You can enable byte registration output to save the byte registration scan together with the upper and lower jaw scan. The scanner is designed to support multiple small buccal byte registrations. Thus, it may show incorrect result if you scan wide for the buccal byte registration. Therefore, it's not recommended to take a wide scan of the buccal byte registration in horizontal direction, and it's also recommended to disable byte registration output. If you need wide byte scan, it's recommended to capture separate byte scans in the Extra scan. How to scan wide byte using Extra. Please click Configure Scan and select Extra. And click the Extra scan. You can acquire up to 3 images in the extra. For example, scanning a partial arch, try to scan including the occlusion of the maxilla as well. Lock all scanned 3D images using the Keep tool. When image is being refined after the scan, part of the separated image piece may be removed by AI. Thus it's recommended to use Keep tool to protect the area of interest. In this case, please select both the upper and lower jaw. For a full mouth case, please do the same for the other side of the arch scan. If needed, you can scan the anterior region as well. Once you have finished scanning the extra byte images, please click Check to refine the image. You can enable Auto-Save Quadrant Snapshots to save the quadrant snapshots of the scanned arch automatically. The snapshots will be saved in JPEG and PDF report. Scanned tab. Byte adjustment, basic. The byte registration will be output as is without the intervention of algorithm. Byte adjustment, optimal. Minimal algorithm intervention will help to remove the patient's misbyting factor. In real clinical case, getting the image without the patient's movement during byte registration is difficult. Thus, it's recommended to select the optimal option. You can enable extra byte capture to acquire up to 5 different byte registrations. You can enable semi-automated byte adjustment to adjust the byte utilizing the marking information of occlusal contact point. Please use articulating film to mark the occlusal contact points in the patient mouth. Please click Semi-automated byte adjustment tool. Select the occlusal contact points on either of maxilla or mandible. If you have selected optimal for the byte adjustment, it's not recommended to use semi-automated byte adjustment. You can enable preparation check to make system pops up the scan checkbox list when exiting. You can enable scan warning to display green warning arrows indicating the area where there's lack of connections between the stitched images. Please scan the area following the direction of the arrows until it's disappeared. The scan warning helps user to secure the consistent and highly accurate result regardless of the maturity of scan still. You can enable gap warning to display the area with any gap, error between the stitched images. Please scan additionally the area with the yellow highlight with care until it's disappeared. You can turn on Enable GPU to enhance the scan performance. You can turn on Enable Fast Scan to enhance the speed of the scanning. You can enable Highlight Whole to highlight the area which you haven't scanned yet with green line. You can enable Auto Filter to filter out unwanted noise from the scanning. You can enable Shade Matching to measure the tooth shade by scanning. Please enable Shade Matching before scanning. You can't make it enable during scanning. Refine Resolution. You can choose a default resolution to be refined after scanning. Color tab. You can enable HD 3D to create picture-like vivid colored 3D image. When HD 3D is enabled, JPEG or PNG file of our choice will be exported together with PLY file when you save image. If HD 3D is disabled, painting like color imaged 3D image will be generated, and only PLY file will be exported without JPEG, PNG file when you save image. You can enable hole filling to fill the area that hasn't been scanned by software. You can enable adaptive hole filling color to fill the hole with the surrounding color. If adaptive hole filling color is disabled, the holes will be filled with the selected color of your choice. You can select the color to fill the hole. Tool tab. Create support file. You can export the log files for a technical support. You need to power on the scanner and connect the scanner to PC when export the support zip file. Please send the CSCX file, DCM file, and screenshot video recording together with the support zip file for technical team to analyze the issue. You can enable orthodontic simulation to use the orthodontic simulation feature in the check step after the refining. You can turn on Enable Screen Recording to record the screen up to 2 hours into MP4 file. You can enable Auto Start Screen Recording to make the recording starts automatically. The recording will be saved into the directly selected. You can select the directly where to save the recording. You can open the folder where the recordings are saved. Thank you.